Hi guys, welcome to another video. My name's Josh and this is Sense. Today I'm going to be talking about these fragrance blotters from Matiere Premiere. There's a lot of hype about these fragrances right now in the fragrance community, so if you want to know about all the fragrances in here and what I think of them, then watch this video. Okay, so I received these fragrances in the post a few days ago and they were sent from France from the company directly. I paid about €4 or €5 online to have them sent. They came really quickly, so they're probably about 6, 7 or 8 days old on the blotters themselves. So I can't give you a review of the fragrances fresh from the atomizer, but I can give you a really good idea of what they smell like. To start with, these are really high quality, outstanding fragrances. When I went to the post box to get the envelope out when they arrived, even with the envelope wrapped around here, I could smell through the envelope, through the card onto these blotters, and the smell was really delicious. It reminded me of the first time that I smelled this. This is a 2014 bottle of Aventus, which is my last serving of it here. The first time I smelled this fragrance, there was something about it that I hadn't really smelled before, and it was the sheer quality and smoothness of the way that the different materials inside are blended. That's the best way I can describe it. Not that any of the fragrances in the Matiere Premiere collection smell like Aventus or are clones of Aventus or anything. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is it reminded me of the quality that I originally discovered when I discovered Aventus a good number of years ago. I saw an interview with the perfumer Aurélien on a podcast recently, and he was talking about the concepts behind these fragrances, being that each fragrance has an overdose element and the other parts of the fragrance are attached to this main overdose element. Rather than having tops, middles and base of the fragrance, you've got one overdose element. So the rose in Radical Rose, or the incense in Incense Suave, and the other elements help to project different facets of those particular ingredients, and that's definitely what I'm getting from this. The pure raw materials come through so well, and you can tell, you can immediately tell the concept and the ideas that have gone into the creation of these fragrances. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to talk about Falcon Leather. This is the one that was on the front of the blotters envelope, on the front of the card, and this has been creating a scent cloud in my room ever since it's been in here. Every time I walk in the room I can smell this, and I can smell not only the leather notes, but the creamy vanilla underneath. It is what it says in the description, a falconer's leather glove. I can imagine this chocolatey light brown glove, smooth but with texture, and this is what you get from this scent. You get this spicy but still sweet leather with this fudgy, creamy vanilla underneath. You can tell the saffron is so well blended with the benzoin underneath this. It's absolutely delicious. If you're a fan of leather fragrances, Ombre Leather by Tom Ford. I own Ombre Leather by Tom Ford, but to me, if I had a bottle of this, I'd be wearing this over Ombre Leather. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about Incense Suave. A black incense, addictive and carnal. Resin incense Somalia is the main ingredient. I'm getting a purple, rich, powdery incense. It's very dark. I think it's the coffee that's giving a dark bitterness, but then that's balanced with a sweet vanilla. It's delicious. It's a strong, dark, mysterious scent. It reminds me of the dark, mysterious character of Tom Ford Black Orchid. If you're a fan of those dark, mysterious, powerful confident, projecting scent, you'll definitely want to have a smell of this one. That's delicious. It's fantastic. I can imagine that this would be long lasting and projecting. Yeah, if you like Tom Ford Black Orchid in that realm of fragrances, have a smell of this one. Okay, on to the next one. This is Bois d'Ébène. Initial idea, dark ambery wood, and the main ingredient, the overdose, is the Gaiac wood oil from Paraguay. This one has faded more because it's not as powerful as some of the other fragrances, but it's absolutely delicious. There's a creaminess in this. I think it's the mixture of the cypriol oil with the amber is giving this creamy wood. I really can't describe it. It's like a soft, malleable wood with these greens, sparkling citruses around this creamy, dark wood. And it's 1 minute it's light and the next minute it's darker and it's moving around every time you smell it. This is absolutely fantastic. Patchouli gives a sweetness. Yeah, this is fantastic. I'd say for an autumn, winter night out, maybe not something that's going to be a really loud fragrance like the incense, but this is fantastic. This fragrance, delicious. Okay, so the next one is Santal Austral. The initial idea is essential white wood, and the main ingredient is the organic sandalwood oil from Australia. And the sandalwood is fantastic, creamy. The iris is powdery, but not in the way that it is in something like Dior Homme or Prada L'Homme. It's subtle and more soft. The benzoin and tonka bean giving that kind of dark vanilla underneath. Yeah, there's a real milky, creamy element to this fragrance. It's soft, but not weak. It's refined, really refined. This, for a formal event with a suit, perfect fragrance. Okay, so the next one is Radical Rose. Wow. This has been on the card for probably 7 to 9 days, and the rose on this smells 90% as fresh as it did when I originally smelt it. This rose is absolutely fantastic. It's the most fresh, accurate representation of rose in a fragrance, where it's not sweet, candied rose. It's a garden. It's a rose in a garden, or a rose in a park, a rose in the wild. The mixture of the rose with the saffron is delicious. It's giving this warm, this warming heat almost that supports the floral sweetness of the rose. So you get this two sides of the rose. You get this sweet, delicate floral, and then you get this warm undertone which cushions it. And the patchouli gives a jammy, thick base to this. This rose is completely unisex. Men and women, you can stick this on. Absolutely delicious. It's one of my favourites. Definitely, Radical Rose, one of my favourites. This is going to smell so good on skin. And I think you could probably wear this spring, summer and autumn, maybe even into winter. Delicious, absolutely delicious. Okay, next up is Parisian Musc. The initial idea is a woody musk, and the main ingredient is the ombrette seed from Peru. It's got cedar oil, musky facet, and ambroxan to bind the musk together. This one's the most challenging of the scents in the whole collection for my nose. There's a real vegetable smell to this, and I can't describe it in any other way than saying vegetable. It's almost like a green piece of food or from the earth. It's like a living smell. I can't even describe it to you. The musk is coming through. It's like a earthly, living seed musk that's so unique, and I'm not sure I've really smelled anything like it. I think I need some more time to sit with this fragrance and maybe try it on skin and see what this smells like. So this is quite challenging for me. I don't hugely dislike it, but compared to the others, it's challenging me. I'm gonna have to spend more time with this. Okay, next is Neroli Oranger. Main ingredient, absolute orange blossom from Tunisia. The initial idea, work around the purity of orange blossom. And that's what I get from this fragrance. As soon as I smelt it, it smelled literally like I was next to an orange flower. It was almost so realistic and so natural that it was almost artificial, because you're so used to smelling artificial versions of this smell. But then the more you smell it, the more you realise that this is what it actually smells like. This is really delicious. Definitely feel like this is a female fragrance or a more feminine fragrance. The Neroli Bergamot, the Ylang Ylang and Floral Musks, they sit underneath the orange. They give a nice soft cushion and depth underneath this citrus peel orange flower smell that's so strong. This, again, these have been on here for over a week, probably 8 or 9 days, and this still smells as strong as it first did, and it smells beautiful. If you like anything to do with Neroli or orange and you want a fresh scent, spring, summer, female fragrance, have a smell of this. Okay, and finally, there's an honourable mention here because this is my probably favourite from the collection. Cologné Cedrat. This is good. Okay, if you like citrus, musky, fresh, clean fragrances, if you like vintage Aventus, you will like this. Okay, the initial idea, a citrus that lasts. Main ingredients, citron oil, Italy, black pepper oil, pink pepper oil, bergamot, mate from Paraguay that emphasises the tea facet. The combination of all of these ingredients, this is an outstanding standout fragrance to me. I haven't smelled anything that's made me smile as much as this since I smelled Aventus when I originally bought it 7 years ago. The old formulation. This is so manly, confident. Yes, women can wear this, of course, but there's something really manly about it. I think it's the musky spice, the pepper underneath the fruits that gives this robustness, and the mate underneath gives this tea smell, but it's not a sweet tea. It's like a herbal, thick, textured tea that supports this sparkling bergamot on top, this green sparkling bergamot, the peppers giving a spice and a warmth, and then at the bottom this mate pulls everything together. This is potentially my new favourite fragrance, just off the card. This has been on here for over a week. I can still smell it, and it's a citrus fragrance. To me, if this performs as well on skin as it does on here, then this could be my new signature scent. This is how good I find this. If you like citrusy fragrances, if you're a fan of Creed Aventus, if you're a fan of Bleu de Chanel, you've got to smell this. Okay, so that completes my review of the fragrance blotters from Matiere Premiere. Thank you for watching my video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel to keep updated with future content. And if you like this video, click the like button, I'd be much appreciated. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.